you guys, welcome. I'm sorry it's been forever since I've been able to do a video. It has just been one of those weeks, but I am here now, and I love when you guys leave me comments and leave me questions and leave me messages, because it gives me great ideas for another video. So what's prompted me to do this video, I had somebody ask me, actually say, you look like you're doing quite fine and you look like you're pretty happy. So how long did it take you to get over your divorce? Is that not a loaded question? Hi, for those of you that are new here, my name is Emily, and this is where we come collectively to talk about everything rebuilding a kick-ass life. After divorce, after adversity, after just shit that happens in everyday life. It's about becoming the best version of ourselves and trying to live the best damn life that we can. Really, that's why I started this whole journey 8 years ago. I'm still on the journey, and now I am here on YouTube to bring you along. Follow me on Instagram at Emily Moynes, and there's a lot more tips and just day-to-day things that I do, that I practice, just to keep me on this path of living the best life that I can. We've got one shot at it, and I am here to have no freaking regrets. And so, how long did it take me to get over my divorce? Okay, so I've been divorced twice. My first divorce was in my 30s. My second divorce was in my 50s. I was just approaching 50. And you know, I just had somebody ask me, I'm going to Florida. I'm going to Florida on Thursday, actually. I'll be bringing you guys along. Yep. And so when I was married in my second marriage, we had 2 vacation properties in Florida. Again, for those of you that are not aware, it was a very financially privileged marriage. I walked away with half the house. That was it. And I also got half of a condo in Florida, but all of the proceeds from that went to pay legal bills, honestly, all gone. So I walked away with half the house, but we had a vacation property here in Canada, a cottage, and then beautiful home, and then 2 vacation properties in Florida. And we used to rent out those vacation properties, and I became good friends with one of my regular renters. And I did a video on Instagram and talking about how I was going to be going to Florida, and that, you know, basically the gist of the video was, if you can do things, do them now, because we all have a finite amount of time here, and I feel like sometimes we're always waiting for the right opportunity to do something. I'll wait, you know, until I get enough money, or I'll wait for this, or I'll wait for that. I'll be happier when this, I'll be happier when that. And I have now decided that I'm not going to wait anymore. And if I can do it, then I'm going to do it now while I can, while I'm healthy. I'm going to be 58 years old in a couple of months. And so that is my promise to myself. I really don't spend a lot of money anymore on keeping up with the Joneses, or trying to, like, always have the current best latest fashion, which, by the way, if you stay to the end of the video, I'm going to share something with you that I just found, a beauty tip. Had no idea it even existed. Inexpensive, because I had to figure out a way to live my new life, create that new normal, where I had to really be frugal and stand on my own 2 feet and support myself. So I've had quite a lifestyle change, but I had that one person that I became friends with in Florida. When I said that I was going to Florida on Instagram, she said, oh, are you going back to Longboat Key? Because her and her husband and her 2 kids used to rent that Florida property. I think they rented it like literally 5 years in a row. They would go in the month of July. And we just clicked, and we became friends. And over time, she started following me on Instagram. She bought my book. And then, as it turns out, she also has gone through a divorce, has just recently gone through a divorce. And my response to her when she asked me that was, no, I am not going to Longboat Key. And in fact, I don't know right now where I am in my life that I could go back there. It is such you know, you guys know this. You guys know that follow me. It's the good times that keep you in bad relationships. It's the good times because it's not always bad. If it was always bad, then I think a lot of us would end and leave and not tolerate um, that. But because there's so many good, it's sort of what keeps you there. And so a lot of the good times for me were in Florida, in our vacation properties. It was vacay mode. Of course, we're going to be great when we're down there. And so there's a lot of memories attached to that Florida home for me. And I just find that it would be almost, and I hate using this word, I think it gets overused so much, but I feel like I would be triggered again, you know, just so many memories, so many dreams, so many hopes that we were all just shattered. And so I'm going to Naples, I'm going to a different part of Florida, but it's been 8 years. So how long does it take to get over your divorce? Well, I think that's going to be different for everybody. I really do. I mean, I get comments from a lot of you that are just so happy to be out and so happy to be alone. And a lot of you are really embracing your solitude and you're loving, you know, being on your own. And that's great. And I applaud you. And I think that's fantastic because it's so important to do that, to move forward. A lot of people get stuck in their situation and end up just being bitter and resentful and angry and carry that with them for a lifetime. And so if you're able to have moved on, then that's amazing. But guys, it really does depend on how long you were together. It depends also too on if you were in a narcissistic abusive relationship, that can really play like that can really, it's a mind fuck. It really is. It can really play on your head. And so because of that, it takes a lot longer to get over it, because psychologically, emotionally, mentally, you know, you were broken, and to put the pieces back together and to heal from that can sometimes take a really long time. Now, I'm almost 8 years out. I'm not saying that I'm not over it or that I haven't, you know, come to terms with it. And I do embrace my solitude. I do love being alone. I do feel that I am so much more freer and I have so much more peace in my life. And I just am living a life on my own terms. And I love all of that. But when my friend asked me that, are you going back to Longboat Key? It was like, no, I don't know that I'm ready to go back there yet. Maybe if I was in a different circumstance, like maybe if I had a partner in my life and I was really happy with them and we were just sort of, I don't know, I was sharing that part of my old life with him and maybe going down memory lane with him. But right now, no, I have no desire to go back there right now. And I think it's because there's just way too many memories and just a completely shattered, broken dream. And I don't know if that's wrong, you guys. I don't know if that's wrong or if that's right or if I should let it go, or I'm just being honest. That is still how I feel. I have not been back there in 8 years and I don't want to. I just don't want to. Maybe I'm not ready for that. So I can't answer that question for you of how long does it take. It's all different. Everyone heals differently. Everyone goes at a different pace. But what I do want to tell you is that we all need to learn to heal and learn to take those steps into starting the healing process after a divorce. It is, you know, it's one of the hardest times to go through next to death. And so I think that a lot of us, there's no easy answer. Like there's no easy way to mend a broken heart. There just isn't. And there's no easy way to let go of those shattered dreams. And so it is going to depend on you. Everyone's going to be different. And we need to start taking steps as soon as possible to create that new normal and to build the life that, we feel it feels just as good on the inside as it does on the outside. And what I mean by that is that when I was in that marriage, it looked great on the outside. Looking in, it looked great, but on the inside, it just never felt really good. It just never felt right. It just never felt complete. It just never felt whole. It just never felt safe. And so my objective was to create a life that looked just as good on the outside as it did on the inside. And when I wrote in my book, when I got to the point of just moving on and owning it and, owning up to my part in the relationship, because, chaos and drama can't exist without your participation. I think I talked about that in my last video. And so how did I, feed the beast? How did I participate in that dysfunction and in the drama and in the police being called? And, I participated in as well. So I needed to really own that and figure out how I wanted to move from that and change and become a better person. So my book is about rebuilding kick-ass life tips and life lessons. And I wrote in here that this is what I did after my breakup to change my life and to make it better. And so I wrote that, so it's rebuild a kick-ass life tips. And then it's make the following changes and your life will improve drastically. Number 1, stop playing the victim. You are responsible for your own life. Don't live life in fear. Push through it and conquer it. Don't allow external factors to determine happiness. Your happiness comes from within. So don't, new car is not going to make you happy. It might for the moment. New house isn't going to make you happy. A relationship isn't going to make you happy. No one is responsible for your happiness but yourself. So it comes from within. I had to learn that. I'm responsible for my happiness. Nobody else is. Embrace solitude. And that is so important because I've been alone now, not dated for 8 years. And I love my alone time. I really do. So embracing solitude, learning to live on your own, learning to be by yourself is for me, it was just huge. Express yourself with complete confidence, your needs and your desires, and ask for what you want. I don't know about you guys, but do you feel like in your relationship or in your marriage, you were sort of silenced for a long time? You're afraid to ask for what you wanted? Don't be afraid to ask for what you want. Be clear, be concise, be confident, and ask for what you want. Trust that life is on your side. Problems and struggles are opportunities for lessons learned. Trust that life is on your side. The universe is conspiring to work with me. Problems and struggles are opportunities for lessons learned. Yes, the struggle of being in that marriage and trying so hard for so long to make it work, and the endless crying and fighting and blaming, that struggle has put me where I am today, having literally been awakened to the life that I want to live, a meaningful, fulfilling life. Be grateful. So be grateful for what you have. Don't think about what you don't have. Be grateful for what you do have. Live in the present. Life is what's passing you by when you're too busy planning for the future. And that's sort of what I touched on at the beginning of the video, is that, sometimes we're just so busy planning for the future, planning for, and happiness to come in when I get that great job, or I'm going to be happier when have a boyfriend, or I'm going to be happier when I'm married, I'm going to be happier when I get my new car. And life is what's passing you by when you keep waiting for the happiness to set in. Accept what is, Allow bad times to just pass right through you. They won't last forever. Nothing is forever. That's a good one. Do what you want. Do what you love and love what you do. And the reason why I wrote that in there was because I, for the first time at 50, I love my life because, like I said, it's so peaceful and so zen most of the time. But I, at 50, started my own business as a stager slash interior decorator. And for the first time in my life, I could say that I loved what I did and did what I loved. So I loved going to work. I loved my job. I loved everything about it. It's satisfying. It's rewarding. It's fun. And for the first time, I do what I love and I love what I do. If you can figure that out, really life-changing. Instead of getting up and having to go to work, to a job every day that you freaking hate, that would be horrible, horrible. So if you can figure out a way to, I don't know, have a little side hustle, even start with that, to do what you love and love what you do. So that happened for me at 50. You have to create a new normal. So for me, creating a new normal was, oh my God, it was huge, because I wasn't working outside the home. I was working, but I wasn't working for, like a paycheck for anybody outside the home. And like I said, we had a cottage, we had multiple vacation properties, there was luxury cars. And so the lifestyle was very different than what my lifestyle is today. Today, I work all the time. If I'm not working at my staging job, I am working helping my daughter. We started a business together. She's a dog groomer, and so she has a salon. So if I'm not working with staging or interior decorating, I'm usually at the salon. If I'm not at the salon, then my son, I've talked about my son before, who was on The Bachelor. I do his books, and he travels a lot. He travels all over the world. He's a conservationist, works with conservation organizations all over the world. And so he's not in the country very much, but he's still a Canadian citizen. And so because he's gone so much, I'm looking after his animals. I'm doing his books. I'm a bookkeeper. I'm a podcaster. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a stager. I'm a dog groomer. I am just everything. So that is what my life is today. I'm not complaining. I am grateful that I have the energy to do all those things. I am grateful that all of those things in some way, they're income streams for me, additional income streams. And so that is very different from me not working outside the home, jetting off to Florida, going to the cottage, jetting off to Portugal. That doesn't exist for me. I needed to create my new normal. And I needed to be okay with my new normal, and I needed to sacrifice, and I needed to compromise. And it wasn't that hard, because I had to make a decision, like, what do I want more? What do I want more? And you guys have to make this decision too if you're stuck in that cycle. What do you want more? Do you want the comforts of not having to worry about the finances and nothing changing in your life? Or do you want, for me, really, honestly, for me, it was just peace. I just wanted to live in a peaceful, easygoing life. I didn't want to have to always look at life as a battle and have constant chaos erupting. And I felt like I was living a life where there was constant chaos erupting. And so now I am created that new normal where it's peaceful and I'm happy, truly. So create a new normal. Cultivate new relationships. So I've met a lot of people. I've met so many people, you guys, on, believe it or not, on social media. I have met so many incredible people through my little community on Instagram. I think I've mentioned it. Follow me on Instagram. It's 97% women in this community of 12,000 of us. And the most incredible, amazing, supportive, uplifting women on the planet. And I have met so many of them, and I feel like we're I don't know, I kind of feel like we're like kindred spirits. Like we're so much more alike than we are different. I've said that so many times before. And sometimes when I do a video and I get so many responses like, oh my God, I hear you, I'm going through that. Especially lately when I talked about going through or being right in the sandwich generation where I feel like I'm worrying about my parents and and then I'm worried about my kids, and then a lot of my friends are also getting sick. And so it's just when I do a video like that and then people come on and say and share their stories, you just feel so connected. And so cultivate new friendships, because unfortunately the real hard truth is when you get a divorce, there's going to be friends that are going to side with one or the other, and you're going to lose a lot of friends that you may have had as a couple. And so go ahead, cultivate new relationships. Do something out of the ordinary. Now that's just something I wrote for myself when I was writing my book. Do something out of the ordinary. And for me, doing something out of the ordinary was becoming a published author, for sure. And which I never thought I would be able to do, because I'm not a writer, but apparently I am, because I wrote a book and I did it all myself. I did have it edited, like an editor look at it, but those are all my own words. Wrote it all myself. It's like a self-help manual on how I navigated going through a second divorce, and I came out on the other side, and everything I did and everything I learned and everything I want to do going forward. So do something out of the ordinary was writing the book, which I never thought was going to happen, and starting not one but two businesses at 50. That for me was doing something out of the ordinary. And so just do something out of the ordinary. This friend in Florida that used to rent my beachfront condo down there. I don't even know why I say my, because I never felt like it was mine. Honestly, I felt like it was his because he made all the money and he paid for everything. So I feel like it was his, whatever. I digress. But so she used to rent this, and she is also going through a divorce. And I just am so proud of her, because do you know what she's doing now? And she said that I inspired her. And this is why I'm here. That is why I am here, talking to you guys. Because anything is possible. Anything is possible. And I was that person that was broken. And I sent her my book years ago. Like, I'm going to say probably 5 years ago. And she's moved to Tuscany, Italy, and she is starting a retreat for women about self-discovery, discover your passion, your purpose. And I was like, I love that idea. I think she has like a little villa. I'm not sure on the details, but I think she has like a little villa in Tuscany. If you know who Debbie Travis is, she sort of has done the same thing. And my friend is emulating that. So it's a retreat for women where you can go, get away, and shop, and yoga, and meditation, and just everything about women coming together and building each other up. And I just love that, and I'm so proud of her, and I can't wait for her to get it off the ground. It's like eat, pray, love. It's like that eat, pray, love experience. And I'm so proud of her, and I'm going to be her biggest supporter. And so back to the original question, how long does it take? It depends on your situation. Everyone is different. If you follow those steps that I just read and concentrate on that, concentrate on creating a new normal, concentrate on getting, meeting new people, having new relationships, because that's going to be your new normal. You've probably lost some friends. Concentrate on, taking ownership of how you participated in that relationship, and take ownership of that, because that's really healthy, instead of playing the blame game, and stop playing the victim, all of those things. If you follow the list that I just read, you are going to be well on your way to healing, to feeling better, and to just, becoming whole again. Do you know what I mean by that? Like becoming whole again? Yeah. I finally feel like I am whole. I don't need somebody else to complete me. I'm already whole, and anyone that comes into my life is just going to enhance it. Okay, now I also told you that it's going to give you some beauty tips, or just something I stumbled upon, because I am a girl's girl, and if I find something, I'm going to share it with you girls. So first of all, I finally did my hair. No more gray hair. But can I just be honest with you? I didn't go to the hairdresser. I have an event tomorrow night with my son, a schwanky event. If you guys heard of Doug Gilmore, he was a hockey player, played for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Anyway, I'm good friends with his wife, and they're going to be there. So I had this event, and I had a lot of gray hair, and my hairdresser couldn't get me in. So you guys, I went and bought at Shoppers Drug Mart. This is, what is this? Natural Instincts, which is a box hair dye. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad, right? I mean, whatever. It was $12.99. This is how I'm rebuilding my kick-ass life. I had to save money. Anyway, it's Natural Instincts number 5, medium brown. And I'm actually quite happy with it. So, don't be afraid to try a box hair color. I'm actually very happy with it. Before I started YouTube, just a few months before I started YouTube, my natural color has always been dark brown. And then because I'm 100% gray, I did ask my hairdresser to put some highlights in it and go lighter. So I'm now like, I don't know, a light to medium brown. So that's that. I did try this and I actually really, really like it. But you guys, have you heard of nail strips? Am I the only one that's been living under a rock? See these nails? Okay, this is nail polish. They're not stickers, they're nail strips. So this is nail polish. They come like this. So see the strips right here? Different colors. What you do is you peel them off and then you place it on your nail and you just press it down and you remove them with nail polish remover. What? For like, I don't know what this was, $7.99 or something crazy. So I had, again, on Instagram, I love Instagram. Oh, sorry, I just swore. I don't know if YouTube likes the swearing. I don't know. Anyway, I love Instagram because, again, it's a community of women and we're all there just to help each other and build each other up. So I had one of my followers say to me, because I get the gel nails because I help my daughter so much in the grooming salon that my hands are always in water. And if I just have regular nail polish, then it comes off really quickly. So I get the the shellac nails, and it just lasts longer, right? But it's expensive and I don't live that life anymore. So she sent me a sample of the nail strips. And I was like, what is it? Like, what even is this? I don't even know what to do with it. I love them. So I've had these on for, I'm going to say probably 5 days. My hands are in water all the time. There's no chipping. There's no, I don't know. I mean, they're still pretty much perfect. So I had to share that with you guys. Nail strips, not stickers, nail strips. And then I had to share that, yep, I did box dye. I'm not ashamed to say it. I did. Whatever. I'm going to fucking do it again too, because I'm telling you, why wouldn't I? It's like $165 to go and get a root touch-up. Really? Are you kidding me? With tip and everything? When I can do it for $12.99? I hope my hairdresser is not watching this video. So that's it. So I wanted to share with you guys. Oh, and see this bruise right here? So I had a little Botox injection there. Not Botox, sorry, I'm lying. I had Botox right here and here. So I always feel like I have Bell's palsy. That's when one side of your face, it's like it's not symmetrical. And every now and then I have this really defined line down here that I feel like it's kind of like pushing my face up, and this could just be me, but I kind of see it in my videos anyway. I have a dermatologist just inject a little filler right there, and it fills out the line, and that's what that bruise is from. I'm not opposed to, listen, do you? You want to get Botox, you want to get, I don't know, you want to get implants, you want to, whatever. Do you, you guys, do you. No judgment, do you. And I'm going to keep doing me. And that's just whatever floats your boat. No judgment from over here. Do whatever makes you feel good. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're not hurting anyone and it doesn't affect anyone, then why should anyone, like, why do people have to judge that you're doing Botox or fillers or whatever? If you can afford it, if it makes you feel good, everyone just do you, okay? I'm actually looking out my window and I'm seeing all these joggers going by, and because I live on the beach and I can see them on the path, and I really need to, I just got to start working out in 2024. I really do. This is crazy. Enough already. So that's it. Thanks, you guys. Sorry it took me so long to do the video. Hope it helped with that little list of what you should concentrate on to move forward and start rebuilding your kick-ass life, because it's possible. You can do it. Baby steps. And one day you'll just wake up in the morning and it's like a weight is lifted off your shoulders and you feel like you can breathe again. And that's what we want to do. We just want to be able to breathe again. Have a great day, guys. I will take you to Florida with me on Thursday. Okay? Bye.